there.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, everybody. Uncle's here. He's in charge. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How are we doing? How doth hast? How doth hast? Good morning. Good morning. How it doing? How it doing? How it doing? How it doing? Hi, Lizzie. Good morning. Hi, Scully. Hi, Zay. Good morning, Glued. Good morning, Vic. Good morning. Pixie, good morning. Rage, good morning, werewolf. Werewolf stricken! Look at werewolf stricken! Good morning, Ume. Good morning, Dragon Priestess, good morning. Fairy! Look, Fairy stricken! Look at Fairy stricken! Woo! Good morning, Jinjabei, Naomi. Let me get my cat fed so that he leaves me be. Scully stricken! Look at Scully! Scully's stricken! Good morning! Dak, good morning, Unstable One, good morning. Did I say werewolf? Werewolf, good morning. If I didn't say good morning, I might have already said good morning. Good morning. Good morning if I didn't. Dak, good morning. Good morning if I didn't say good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody's drinking. I've got a project I've got to finish before I go to Canada tomorrow, so, that's what we'll be working on today. We will be working on the project I have to finish before I go to Canada. I have no idea where this cat food... Haku, you do not need to get into that cat cafe. That cat cafe is too small for you. You're too big. Yes. Okay. Yep. Uh-huh. That's what I figured. I'm gonna move the cat cafe. Did I finish yesterday? Ooh, the Legos that I finished. Ooh. I'm gonna move it over here. Haku's trying to be a kaiju. Yep. Gonna go on top of my speaker. Spent 30 minutes crocheting or proud of it, realized it's been 8 hours. Yeah. Been there. Been there. Put this fella up here too. Although he's gonna get knocked down real quick. And the little cat. There we go. Now they're all out of my way. The good thing is, that I got most of the scarecrow that Codex ordered yesterday done. I did. I was productive yesterday. I actually worked on stuff instead of getting distracted by writing a novel. I actually only have like 2 more pieces to crochet, other than the patches. Yeah. I was the picture of focus yesterday. Picture of focus. Test cases absolute crap. Mentions to set up like attachment. No dang attachment. No dang attachment. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ume. Having to deal with the BS. So I've got 1 leg to do, hat to do. Hi, Dragon Rider Cat. How are you? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Picture of focus. Picture didn't happen. I was so focused I didn't take pics of me focused. I was so focused that I didn't even take pics of me being focused. No, stay out of the merch store. So we're gonna start by working on this scarecrow. We went with this color for the sack. And these colors for the body. Half awake, body said F sleep. At like 5 a.m. for a reason only. Yeah. I get that. Sometimes your body says no. Sometimes your brain says yes, but your body says no. It do be that way sometimes. I'll be waking up before the crack of dawn tomorrow to drive to Canada. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. I'm thinking about leaving at like 5 a.m. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see how that, which means I've got to be packed. It's about, depending on the border crossing, it's about 5-ish hours. I expect to have more delays on the way back than I do on the way there, to be fair. Last time I went to Canada, it was easy peasy to get to Canada. It was not as quick to get to the US. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, it was scarier to get back to the US. Yeah. You're traveling? I'm traveling to an undisclosed location in Canada from an undisclosed location in the US. Yeah, it's not too bad. As far as international travel goes. A 5-hour drive is not that bad. Yeah, we don't dock. We don't like to docks here. There's no like major cities anywhere near either of the places I'm going that I could just be like, yeah, this place in Canada. It's, you know. Yeah. No major cities here either. May 6 and I travel to my parents, so yeah, that's not too bad of a drive. Yeah, that's Midwest close. What state? But I get it. Michigan. Michigan. Yeah. Haku is playing with iCord. So yeah, I have a lot of things to do after stream today. Lots and lots to do. I have to export all of my OBS stuff because I'll have to figure out how to. I did it before. Well, JC mostly did it. We did it when I did. Like JC has a Kel OBS profile on on her PC. So I just have to do that again. Most of that is crossing New York, yeah. I won't have to go into any other states, so there's that. Oh yeah, no, I'm nowhere near Maine. I'm like a good, like, probably like 16, 17 hours from Maine. I'm basing this off of how long it takes me to get to Philadelphia, by the way. So I can imagine it's more hours than that. By a good few. Because New York is long too. Like, Pennsylvania's long. New York's kind of long too. Yeah, Canada's big. Yeah, Canada's big. US is big. So yeah. And plus, where I'm going, I won't be like meeting up with other people other than the people that I'm meeting up with. Even if someone was close, I wouldn't do that on the people that I'm staying with. 24 hours to get to PA. Yeah, yeah. However, next time, if they're moved, I would probably be seeing a couple friends. Just because we have a prior agreement with friends who would live in the same area. So. But other than that. I'm excited. Moving from Nebraska to Maine when I was 14. I think the longest car ride I did was like 18 hours. Yeah. I've not gone too far west or otherwise. We went to South Carolina. Hi, Scarlett. We went to South Carolina years ago for a spontaneous trip because I was tired of being in the house and it was the winter vacation. This is before COVID times. I was temporarily off work. I was forced to take vacation because we didn't have enough patients, and I was like, I need out of the house. Let's go on a trip. Ah. So, that's 7. This would be 8. Haku. Longest drive was Texas to North Carolina. Longest was I was driving was had 2 cats and a bunny in the backseat. Yeah, that's a long drive. Especially with pets. Be a whole thing. Mm-hmm. I've never traveled with pets. All of our traveling took place before we had Haku. We haven't been traveling since. We almost went once, but then our pet sitter fell through, and because we wouldn't take Haku with us. Haku doesn't like outside. He's not a fan. He's not a fan of outside. He was he was born outside, and he's not really into it. He's not a fan. I was helping friends move. They had all their stuff, and I had their pets. Aww. Good morning! Good morning, Ghost. We're working on a Scarecrow for Codex. Multiple brain freezes. Nice. Hi, Ranch. Good morning. Hi, Zuzu. How you doing? Croix de la Scare. Yes, yes. Codex ordered it yesterday, and I'm going to Codex tomorrow, so I'm hand delivering this because otherwise shipping to Canada is tricky, which reminds me I need to check a thing real quick and possibly message a person real quick. Got you. I will need to message them to see. Heads to sleep here and there. Yeah, drove 41 hours for Philip Streamer. What of it? Love it. Work to-do list is finally empty. My inbox is clean. Woo! Hi, Larku. Good morning. Yeah, plus there was some car trouble, right, Ranch? Okay, and then it's maybe a slight bit more stuffing in that, as it's a leak. Congratulations. Congratulations, Glued with Gold. You did it. Scissors. My inbox is never empty. Reviewed but never empty. Yeah, I get that. What color was I supposed to do the hat? Hat. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna redo Codex's shout out sounds. But I didn't have time to do it this morning. Don't worry about it. I found something that's perfect for her. Hat. Overalls, the dark purple. Okay. Hat is purple. Ooh, I hope I have enough purple for the hat to be purple. Bah. Buzz. Need to turn that so it stops vibrating on the edge of the table. Don't like when my phone gets vibrating on the edge of the table. I'm an obsessive folder with my email, so unless I'm super busy, I've been for the past month, my inbox is empty a lot of times. I love that for you, to be fair. Love that for you, to be fair. One, two, three, four. Okay, I was gonna just not count. Like, I've got all of my clothes packed, by the way. I have a list going of the camera equipment I need to pack. Yeah. That I'll probably continue working on as the day goes on and I realize what stuff I need to pack. I'm real nervous. I'm nervous I'm gonna forget something I need. You know? Hi Hogan, good morning. He has an abscess on his chin. Might be tooth related. We tried to get blood work from him and he said no. We gave him some calming meds to get his blood. He was so drunk when we got him home. He tripped over my postage scale. Oh. Poor guy. Guy. I'm hoping I have enough of this purple. I am a light bit worried about it though. Haku, you running into things out there? Ah, tiny rainbow ghosts everywhere. I had a stack of little ghosts on my desk from Boobtober and they all just flew all over the floor. The tiny rainbow ghosts! Hi, Haku! What? I'm being stared at aggressively. Nobody panic. Haku! Here he is, everybody! Hello! Hello, Haku! Hello! Oh, now he's on the table. Oh, yeah, he's clicking buttons on the keyboard. Yeah. Blong!
No?
John! Hi, John! No. Good morning! Good morning! How did we get to 33 months already? I don't know, but I'm scared! How you doing, John? How you doing, John? Let me find this lock. Find it.
Johnray_124 just subscribed. Hi. How did we get 33 months already?
Oh no, that's crazy! Good morning! This sloth's for you. We squeezy it. Thank you for that tier 3. 33 egg months, that's a long time to be here. Look at you with your first badge. I keep forgetting who has first badges now. And it goes into the jar with a roar. I still need to make a fox. Speaking of, I still need to make a fox. Bull. So jealous of the first badge. I know. Isn't it such a beautiful first badge? Isn't it such a beautiful first badge? I feel like I've been here forever. Yeah. No, that's the thing about those though, is it they only go so far. I can't remember where you have to go to look at who has them. Is it subscriptions? No. Community? No. I'm trying to remember where I can see the list. Go down a tiny smidgy smidge? Yes. It's hard for me to know what you hear versus community. No. I just it's not stream manager, obviously. I can't remember where you even find. Where you even find. Where you even find where your badges are. Oh. I touched the buttons, now it wants me to do it. No, don't do combos! Hi, Sleepy Ghost of the Most, how are you? I could hear music, couldn't focus on what you were saying, it makes my brain yell. Thank you for telling me, though. Thank you for telling me. Because I can't, I can't hear what you hear. I can't hear what you hear. So, you know. Get out of the combos! Get out of the no, this John, out of the combos! I'm just trying to see where my stuff is. Oh, does anyone know where you check your founders? Off the top of your noggin? I'm just curious. Yeah. No, do not do all horses! No, get out of the houses! Out of the houses! Out of here. I don't know where you check your stuff. No, you get out of the horses. Out of the horses right now. Hi, baby. You cutie, good morning. No, get out of the horses. No, everybody out of the horse. No, out of the horse. No, we're not doing it. We're not going to level 5. You don't need to know why, John, but do not get to level 5. No. Damn it! The audacity! How dare! How you dare! How dare! How dare! That's horsies. The horsies one. When the horsies run out, it started time. Haku, do you believe them? Do you believe them? How am I supposed to work under these conditions? How am I supposed to work under these conditions? How? How? Yeah? Oh, yeah? Haku's like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk. I have to wear these for as long as the combo is going. Yes. Yes, Scully. And then 2 minutes after. So, as long as you keep going on the one that's on level 5, I'm stuck wearing horse hooves. Right, Haku? Monetization revenue analytics. Okay, thank you. I would go there, but I have horse hooves on. And, getting there is gonna be a thing. Revenue. Revenue. Other revenue? Nope. I don't have those.
Skinny dipping?
Hey,
Why
Joyful.
would we do that?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, we're gonna make it down this trail, and we're gonna do
Oh,
it
revenue.
as a fully
No, that's not
clothed
under
vampire.
Joyful
That's
Designs
under
just traded with
analytics.
10 views.
Okay. Revenue. Earnings. Revenue. Welcome in. It's backwards, Ume. Welcome in, Raiders. How was your stream? What were you up to? What were you doing? What were you up to? Oh man, I'm clicking on all the wrong buttons because I have horse hooves on. Welcome in. Not now. Get out of here. Haku, could you please stop on the table thing? I was doing latch hook. Sir, you're on my keyboard. I love you. Get over here. Get over here. No, you get out of the houses. That's too many. Why are we still? Haku, get off my keyboard. Why did I stumble into? My cat is real weird about me wearing horse hooves. Let's get off the housies. Get out of the housies. Boop. Get out of the housies. Boop. Get out of the housies. Okay. Yeah. Butts. Yes, we're touching butts. Haku, I cannot give you treats when I have horse hooves on. You know this.
Hello there.
Hi there. Hello there, geekers. How are you? The new butt and the horsey time has been the best thing for my mood all week. Haku, you cannot play with my phone. Stop trying to knock over my phone just because you're mad because I'm not giving you treats. Excuse me. Excuse me. No, I do not want to. I don't want to turn that on. I'm gonna kiss you, Haku. I'm gonna kiss you. Don't you sass me, sir. I was gonna get the camera, the top-down camera, to show you Haku, but he moved. Thank you for the housies. Stay out of the housies. Okay. I've got some sort of fall crud. Ew, I'm sorry, that's no fun. We have a new butt. No, we don't have a new butt. Okay? It's new to John because John hasn't been here, but it's just housies. It's just housies. It's just housies. Haku's like, Mom, Thar, please. I'm starving. Mom, Thar, I'm starving. But you have the horse hooves on. This doesn't work very well, sir. There, you get 2. Because you're impatient. Okay? Okay. What am I supposed to do now? I can't do anything with horse hooves on. I was in the middle of making a hat, and now I can't even find where my hat went. There it is. There it is. We found it. This is extremely hard to do. What level was I on? Was I on the 2? Okay. It's really hard to crochet with horse hooves on, just so you all know. Haku. Do not you sass me, sir. Oh, is there a bird outside? Oh, is there a bird? Is there a bird out there? Oh, there's a bird out there, everybody. I get it, I'm a giraffe. Hooves are hard. You understand me, Teal Giraffe, but joyful welcome in. How was your stream? What were you up to? You were latch hooking? Do you have any pictures, any links to social media, anything you want to share? Sorry, I got distracted by having horse hooves on for some reason. Okay. Okay. Details. Details? There we are. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Yep, Okay. I was just looking at who is the founders. Nice. 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 I was just curious. Hydrate? Yeah. Can I hydrate? Ariel, you have yourself a good lurk, okay? Okay. Haku's butt. We're good. Man. Man. I kind of cried a little bit. Not gonna lie. My eyeballs. Like, what's the tail? Where's the tail? Yeah. It's just, you know, just a little guy. 3. Okay, we've got to finish this today. And then after that, I think I want to, work on the boob ghosts that we have to do. Boob ghosts. So that I can send Pixie's package to Pixie. Because I need to do that at some point, but I wanted to send all of Pixie's stuff together. And Pixie needs to get a boob ghost. And TK needs boob ghost. And they shouldn't take me too long. So. 4. I feel like I'm not gonna sleep tonight. Does anyone else feel like I'm probably not gonna sleep tonight? Because I feel like I'm probably not gonna sleep tonight. I feel like there's gonna be a distinct lack of sleep in the next, like, few days. You probably won't. Yeah. I didn't. I somehow don't think we're gonna have enough purple. I feel like we're gonna run out. And then I'm gonna have to message Codex and be like, do you have another color? Also, I feel like I got another skein of this purple before Joanne's closed. We're good. Adventure Lizard. Nice. I don't sleep well before travel. I don't sleep well during travel either. Especially when I'm going to other people's house. I've never been good at sleeping at other people's houses. 1, 2. So, yeah. 1, 2. Increase. 1, 2. Increase. Haku, you cannot go out the window. We've talked about this. We've been over this. 1, 2. Increase. I'm gonna have to go see. Wow, because I had to find the founder stuff, Kel. I looked at mine. I pretty much talked to all but one of them still. Yeah, I had a very different coming into Twitch story than a lot of people. I think. You know? Yeah. Sir! Sir! What are you doing back there? He's trying to steal the balls! Especially if you're in communities and the makers and crafters beforehand. I feel like I had a very different start to my streaming journey than a lot of people do, because I wasn't a part of I didn't even know makers and crafters existed when I started streaming. So I wasn't a part of a community before that, so I didn't get that, you know, initial making friends before you started streaming situation that a lot of people do, because they're friends with people in the communities who do. Haku, you've had 2 treats. Get out of here. Yeah, I started streaming. When I started streaming, I didn't know making and crafting was a category, so I wasn't in that. So I didn't really meet until I met Jay-Z. I didn't know anyone else who was streaming and creative side of things. Hi, Spork! Stuck in traffic? Oh no. Which I feel like that's a great head start for a lot of people, is being in communities in the category you're going to stream in. I have to go see if I have more of this purple. Wish me luck. If you hear me scream. 0. It was like 1 or 2 viewers for months. Stopped streaming, picked it up again May, June, then somehow got affiliate in July. It's all because I decided to get involved in other communities on Twitch. Yeah, it's a big like starter to get you in there, you know? Is to be a part of other communities. It was quiet in my like first 2 months of streaming, and then I started streaming and meeting people in the makers and crafting side of things, and it changed a lot of things. Yeah. I gotta go find it to see if I have more purple. I swear I bought more of that color purple. There we go. I did! Ah, no, that's brown. Brown. No, that's purple. Dang it. Stop. Purple, no, that's red. Darn it! I have to pencil. Codex on hats. Hats. This is not the same color. This is a different color. I thought I did get more of that purple, but I don't have that purple. Okay. And a message codex. She ain't here yet. Ah. I cannot type today, I swear to butts. I mean, that's what I would tell everyone who wants to try to get into streaming. Be in communities on Twitch. More than one. Get a feel for what it's like being a viewer, and then do a little research for the initial setups, like how to do OBS in mics and set up Siri, and then go live. Right into someone you hang out in their streams, and then when you're done streaming, and it's an easy way to let people know that you're streaming without bringing it up in their chat. Yeah, that's a spectacular way to do it. It's a little more weird when you have to go in, if you don't know someone, just go into their chat and just talk about it, which it's actually pretty frowned upon to do. To do it that way. Self-promote in streams that you are not known in. It's kind of frowned upon. You know? Every once in a while someone comes in and does it, which makes me feel really weird. Like, I'm all for promoting people and people promoting themselves, but it's like when you come in first off trying to talk about your own stream, it kind of comes off a little weird, you know? Like, you don't know people. You don't know these people. It's an awful risk to yourself. First of all, because most communities would instantly ban you if you first time in someone's chat talked about streaming yourself without being asked. Kind of like a no, so to speak. I will be going live 3 days from 6 weeks ago. Oh, nice. You're super new. You've been here for a long time on Stable 1, you know, you're sassy. I've had people come in and be like, they'll be here for the first time, and then they'll, before they leave, they'll be like, yeah, if you want to collab. I'm like, I don't know you. Like, no thank you. Yeah, it's kind of awkward. Yeah. Always get me to chuckle. Yeah. Dropped a link to their website as their first chat. Ew. And I mean, they're very, you know, open and sharing. But still, that's kind of like, oof. You know? No hanging out in other chats. I hang out in, because everyone's different as a viewer and a streamer. I get that. Yeah. I mean, even now, sometimes I'll go into a new person's stream, and they'll ask me if I stream. Like, yeah, I guess I do. I feel weird answering this question. You are far more chaotic as a chatter. I'm aware. But that's because, you know, it's fun. Or you just raid and they pull up a clip to see who you are. No, I'm talking about just randomly going into someone's stream, Mark. You know? I'll go into someone like I've never met before stream and like there's no one in there that knows me. And it's like a couple times be like I feel weird sometimes when people ask me if I stream. You know? And I'm like, You see, you would think that the verified badge would give that away, but I'm still, like, super awkward about going into new places. Even now. And usually I run into someone, I'll show up in someone's stream that I've never met, and then someone will be lurking and be like, KILL! And then everyone's like, wait, how do you know each other? Like, don't give me away! Some people don't even know what the verified badge is. Yeah, you would think that they would know that if they're streaming, but yeah, a lot of people don't know what the verified badge is. A surprising amount. I need more clear pictures, Mark, if I'm gonna do the color work. But I would say, we would do, 2-color dumb cat, from what I could see. To be able to do the color work, I would need very clear... I can show you some of the ones of the cat I'm working on right now. I don't think Werewolf would mind me showing off kitty cats. Kitty cats. Show him off. So, for perspective, I need to be very aware of what your cat looks like in pretty clear photographic evidence. Hold on. Gotta turn off my secondary camera on my Discord because you don't need to look at my lap. That's why. So, like when I started to make werewolves, which is hanging out right here. Lots of clear pictures in various angles. Like belly pictures. Belly pictures. Face pics. Sides. Both sides. Back pictures. So that I could replicate the patterning. Yeah. My listing for the dumb cats is not so that I get so many pictures of cats. I don't do it on purpose or anything. That's totally not my intention of No, I totally don't do that just to you know. Nah. No, it's totally not my whole thing. No, totally not. Not my whole purpose of doing it. Yeah, it is. Don't lie, it is. Yeah, I make custom cats just for the love of being able to see so many cat pics. So 2 colors would be 40. There we go. Clean up, I'm limited to where I can photo, so yeah, no, I get you, I get you. Telling me I could possibly get free dog or cat pics if I made custom crochet dogs or cats. Yeah. Yeah, this is my whole thing all along. It's not a scheme just to get pictures of people's pets. Nah. I know, we don't get to use that very often. I used it this morning, actually. But, you know. You know. We got our head on straight.
Brilliant, 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 brilliant.
Veda! Hi, Veda. How are you? How are you? How you doing? How you doing?
Crafty Odd Mama just subscribed for 10
How you
months.
doing? Happy 10 hacking months! Happy 10 hacking months! How you doing? How's your morning going? I'm a little annoyed for Twitch doesn't show me all you need. Really? I have so many. I'll get Moose Dump and he'll only need like 5 photos. Yeah, I think I would consider Moose a one color cat. I do one color and like little bits of color work as far as mostly solid cats like that. Like Mr. Inky Mojito, who lives with me. Even though Mr. Inky Mojito is by his cat, the dumb cat of Mr. Inky Mojito lives it with me. We love Mr. Inky Mojito. Hug was taking a nap. 9-year-old forgot their homework at home, so I dropped off. Got yourself a little treat? We love little treats. We love little treats in this here neck of these here woods. Let me grab your balls! There's a ball for you! We squeeze it! And it goes into the jar with a roar! Also, I need to fix the tail again because Haku keeps destroying my Dragon Tales. I don't remember the Dragon Tales theme song, I'm sorry. I should. As soon as I hear it. Oh no, it's in there somewhere. Yep. It scratched a place in my brain. How dare. I love that you have an emote, Scully. Scully has an emote for everything. Yeah, it's in there. Okay. Now that I've thought about it, it's in there somewhere. I got the tune in my head, I just can't remember the lyrics. But it's there. I shared my bunnies and chickens. Yay! Let's all go to Dragon. Here we go. Yep. No. No, it's just I said Dragon Tales and I had a flashback to childhood. I also grew up with that show. On PBS. Yeah. Yeah, no. The jar is the back of a dragon because it's No Jar November. No Jar November, and the whole thing about No Guard being called No Guard is because when we were in the Thank It days, Dragon Priestess wanted me to make a section of the Thank It that said dragon on it. Because a lot of people put their names in the Thank It, right? And I started knitting it, but I started knitting it backwards, and it took me like 4 rows to figure out I was knitting it backwards. So I had gotten all the way through No Guard before I realized the dragon was backwards. That was after my childhood. I've never heard that song before today. Yeah, it was a show. Yes, Tech. Yes. But it looks insane. It was cute, as far as I remember. Yeah, so there was a section of the Thank It that was dragon backwards, so that's how No Guard got the name No Guard. Yeah. So this is a backwards dragon. It's the back of a dragon. It's No Jar November. Are you coming to visit me on Sunday? Probably not, but I will be in Canada, in an undisclosed location in Canada. So, you never know. If you happen to be at the Canadian, the Canadian grocery store that I'm going to on Saturday, you might see me. You just so happen to be in the same town at the same grocery store. You never know. You never know. You never know. I'm not gonna disclose which one. Just, I guess, go to the Great Canadian Superstore on Saturday and see if you see me. The audacity in the room of having to watch children's cartoons as a child, having to watch. The audacity in this room of having to watch. Having watched or having to watch? I'm confused. I grew up in the 90s. I don't know what we're insinuating here. Having to have watched. Of having the privilege to get to watch? Is that what we're talking about? My privilege of being able to watch children's television? I mean, a lot of other people had it better than me. I just had PBS. We didn't pay for television when I was a child. Or when I was an adult child. By that I mean teenager. By that I also mean preteen. With all PBS. And then when they stopped doing that, when they switched to only certain channels being shown on analog TV, I don't know if you guys remember that. All we got was like a local news channel and like MeTV, which played like reruns of old shows, like black and white shows. Yeah. I grew up in a place that yeah, was a place. But wouldn't have been watching TV. Babysat younger cousins who love Dragon Tales out of the box, and those theme songs are just yeah, just stuck. Yeah, getcha. Yeah, so I didn't grow up watching like cable or anything. I just had whatever was on stuff. On the stuff. We didn't have cable or internet really until, other than like the trials of AOL that got sent to us in the mail on CDs. We didn't have internet at home until after I'd moved out. It was just, internet wasn't available. It still isn't really available where my parents live. Not like truly. And what is very expensive for very little. So, yeah, it just wasn't. If I was on the internet at all in high school, it was either at school or it was at a friend's house. I know you didn't. I'm just saying that a lot of people my age would be like, oh yeah, I did all these things online. It wasn't the case for me, and it wasn't a case for most people in my area, just because we were so rural. So I had a very different, like, late childhood than a lot of other people my age. Just cause I didn't, you know, it wasn't available for me, you know. Whereas a lot of kids my age had a lot of access to the internet, and the unadulterated internet of the early 2000s, which was, the internet was a very different place in the early 2000s. If you weren't there, it was a very different place than the internet of today. Yeah. Very different thing, yeah. Hello! Hi, Codex, good morning. How you doing, you cutie? I'm putting together. I used to hunker down on the internet lab for live journal and memeing. Yeah. Gummy bears yesterday? I have no idea what that is. Not Godex. This is our this is the cutie so far. I like to reminisce about the days where there were fewer than 5 song lyrics websites, and I'm that years old. Oh, I remember. Yeah, we only ever had dial-up when I was at my parents'. He's way bigger than I expected. He's the same size as your Pride Demon, Codex. They were made by the same designer. Every grocery store here should be seeing if you're in my town. Disney cartoon that started a very impressive run of high quality series. Oh, I have no idea. I didn't do Disney until other than the VHSs when I was a kid. As the motion picture Disney, I didn't partake in Disney stuff. It was too magic. And that was a problem. Okay? You know what I grew up with? I grew up very much in the 90s satanic panic of my family's religious background, so I was not allowed anything with magic in it for most of my childhood. Codex is drinking! Look at Codex drinking! So yeah. And we didn't have cable, so we didn't have cable ever, you know. Yeah, not until I was out of the house anyways. My grandmother did, which is why I always used to pet sit for my grandma. Who lived next door. Oh, I need to send you a meme about how awful your childhood was. My childhood was a place. Yeah, so yeah, there's your perspective for my childhood. My family grew up in a very specific organized religion, and it was in the mid-90s when there was that, you know, that thing called the Satanic Panic. So I was not allowed to watch anything that had anything magical in it, or read anything that had anything magical in it, or participate in Halloween, which is why I love Halloween so much now, is because I was not allowed to. I was not allowed to when I was a kid. So basically my adult life is me doing things that I wasn't allowed to do when I was a kid. It's just, yeah. Not for me, but for others. Yeah, it was a time. It was a time. So, when we moved away from my dad's family, it was a whole new world for watching anything with very little supervision. It kind of gave me trauma. Yeah. Yeah, I feel ya. So yeah, I was introduced to some horror movies when I was too young, but that's because my mom was the godmother of her friend's daughter, who was basically, her parents, when they adopted her, were in their, like, late 40s. And, she was just let to do whatever she wanted. And, yeah, that's where all of my, horror movie induced trauma came from. Is my adopted sister, because later, we were her family because her parents passed away. Because by the time she was a teenager, they were in their, like, late 50s, and they never took care of themselves. So, they had passed away, and, she lived with us. And that introduced me to a lot of things I shouldn't have seen early in my life. Which is funny because actually, because I grew up where I grew up originally, my adopted sister was actually friends with my partner before I met my partner. And we grew up nowhere near each other. We just happened to live in the same town at once. Which is kind of a weird coincidence. We didn't live there at the same time. We lived there, like, different times, but... Because I was allowed to watch movies I shouldn't have been allowed to watch. I'm still scared of Ghostface to this day because I watched Scream when I was, like, 4. Hi, Silver! Oh, no. Yeah. You know how sometimes I talk about my, Oh, no, I know, but when you have no experience with that sort of thing, Codex, and you're like 4, and you have some mental health issues that maybe weren't being taken care of until ever, you know? I didn't do it on purpose. Like I said, later, she was adopted into our family. My sister, who her parents let her do anything she wanted, she was, like 4 years older than me, 5 years older than me. we were over at their house, like my mom was doing chores for her because her mom was wheelchair bound at that point. Like I said, they didn't have good health and were older when they adopted her. So her mom didn't really, like, she was smoking at 8, like she, you know, she was the thing. She was dating a 30-year-old when she was 12. Her parents didn't parent, okay? So she was like 8, and she sat me in front of a TV that was playing that when I was 4, and I remember it clearly. Like, I don't have childhood memories unless they're bad. Okay? And she sat me in front of this TV in her room so that she could... when she was 12, she dated a 30-something-year-old, yeah. She was smoking at 8. So she was like 8 years old. She sat me in front of it so that she could go outside when her mom was busy with my mom. No, that's not dating. I'm not gonna say what it is because those are words I can't say out loud. But yeah, you can insinuate that it was not a good situation to be in. And I only learned about this like way later. Because we had moved away by then, and you know, she came back into our lives when she was a teenager, when her mom passed away. Well, when her mom was, you know, dying, they moved in with us, and yeah, it was a whole situation. Yeah, my childhood was a situation. We know how this is. So yeah, I was put in front of a TV with a horror movie so that she could go outside and smoke. Yeah. And when you have like mental health things and you're a child and your parents are not doing anything about it, and you're just allowed to have your brain run rampant when you see things like that. So that is kind of where it stemmed, the whole thing, where even to this day I can't sleep on my back because I think I'm gonna get stabbed. I also can't go into specific public bathroom stalls without thinking I'm going to get stabbed. And it's a compulsion that I can't not have. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I'm stressing. Yeah. Yeah, the whole situation in that. And I haven't thought about that in years, actually. I don't even know how we got here. But I haven't thought about that in years. Let's just say we don't have good experiences in our childhood, okay? Okay? We don't have good experiences in here. But yeah, that's kinda how it thank you! JC got it for me. And then Dragon Priestess made me matching earrings. They're very cute. They're very cute. So yeah. Yeah, so yeah. That's where my sleep paralysis demon started. If anybody wanted to know. Is watching Scream when I was 4. And then from there on I just, you know, yep. Excuse me, Codex. Takes a lot of balls. Yeah, it does. Let's, grab a ball. Ah, they exploded everywhere. Oh no, my balls. This ball's for you, Codex. We squeezy it.
Hold up. Order in the court! Dang it, why is this
And it
hammer
goes into the
squeaking?
jar with a...
Hogan 698 just shared 100 bits.
Dawn of the final day. 24 hours remain. Yeah, just about 24 hours, because if I leave on time and everything goes good crossing, then I'll be there about this time. Dun dun dun! Hi, Graham. Yay! Good morning!
Order in the court! Dang it, why is this hammer squeaking?
She Who Geeks just shared 100 bits. Chew.
We got balls out there.
Good thing I brought my book of spooky ghost stories.
I brought rope for friendship bracelets.
I wanted to make a joke because I'm your
Hype
Uncle
train
Chandler.
started.
Funny is all I have. Funny's all I got. That was very accurate, Codex. Should I show that to everyone on stream? Because I feel like they'd get it. It's a very yeah, it makes sense. Okay. Oh, no, you're good. I read it in my brain, I promise. It does sound accurate. Yeah. Uh-huh. Can you enlarge? I can, but it won't show the whole thing. Unfortunately, so you can't really read. There you go. If you want to read that part. Oh, train! No, don't look at the train! Tech. Legitimately punch someone in the face, yeah. Tell me when you're ready for the other part. Making us burgers tomorrow, I'm excited. No, you don't need to announce the train. I'm excited too. I'm excited too. I'm excited.
Order in the court! Dang it, why is this hammer squeaking?
Werewolf Attack 27 just shared 100 bits.
Okay, I've got arms that need to go on. And try my world famous burgers. Yeah, I do. I do, I'm excited. So yeah, that's basically how it is.
Brilliant, brilliant.
How good?
Brilliant,
You sweet bean. 21 hanging months?
brilliant, brilliant.
Accurate. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, me every time
Hogan
I share a story
698 just
that I
subscribed for
think is
21
funny.
months.
And this is basically how I realized all the trauma from my childhood. Is because I would tell a story on stream and someone would be like,
Hogan 698
that doesn't
just
sound
cheered
right.
200 bits.
Hogan, what color balls can I grab for you? What color balls are in your heart? What color balls are in your heart? Are they green balls? You know how I got chemicalized? Chemicalized. Chemicalized. You know how I got chemicalized? There's green balls for you. We're squeezing it. And it goes in the jar with a roar. So you know, I got chemical burns on my eyes and my family prayed for me, lol. Yep. That's basically how I learned that I have a lot of childhood trauma. Yeah. What? Did that happen? Yeah, when I was like 6. The reason why I wear glasses to this day is because when my dad was working on the family car and was not paying attention to what me and my younger brother were doing, and my younger brother got into his toolbox, got the WD-40 and sprayed it directly into my eyes, and instead of taking me to a medical professional, they put me in a bath to wash out my eyes and invited my whole family over to pray over my body. That I wouldn't go blind. Yeah, that's a childhood memory of mine. Was being in the bathtub, not being able to see, but knowing that all of my dad's siblings were there, which is also weird to think about. Yep. Yeah, yeah. I told that story and everyone's like, oh, I guess that's a interesting story. I guess that's a story. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I ended up with glasses. And then I blamed myself for it for a really long time because I was always a person who was constantly trying to be like everyone else in my family because I felt so different from them, like I never fit in. And I was the only one of my siblings who didn't have glasses at the time. And I remember like a few weeks before then, because my little brother had just gotten glasses, and I, feeling like the one that was left out, was like, I wish I had glasses like everyone else in my family. And then surely enough, 3 weeks later, I was pretty much deemed blind, and yeah. If she floats, she's a witch. Actually, That's actually a bit of a sore subject because he seemed to think as I was growing up that I was actually the spawn of something satanic. So, actually, you're not that far from the truth with that one, Logan. Is he there? If she weighs the same as a duck, she's made of wood. Thanks, I hate it. Yeah, there's a reason why I don't, I've gotten further and further away from being around, my family since starting streaming, because I've realized through talking about my funny childhood stories that maybe my childhood was a little messed up. And that maybe, perhaps I should not be around them. For obvious reasons. Yeah. So thanks, guys. Thanks. Yeah, I've told Codex a lot more stories of, the reasons why we're here, why we got here, that I wouldn't feel comfortable sharing on, but my, yeah, that's, yeah, there's some things that I didn't realize were that bad until I got out of that situation, so yeah. Yep. It gets worse? Yeah, it got worse as I got older. Yeah. Like, that was just the negligence. Right there. That was just shouting in my car, how are you alive? You wanna hear about the time when I was, like 16 and I had to go pick up my dad from work because his car was broken? And, he got mad at me for not listening to him preach at me, so he dropped me off about 5 miles from home in the middle of winter without a coat. And made me walk home. And I live somewhere where it's cold. After I picked him up, yes, from work. Because he didn't have a car. His car was in the shop. Yeah. What? Yeah. And then, like 2 hours later, because, you know, I wasn't walking with any speed. And it was cold. And at night. My mom came and found me, like, in her car, and blamed me for it. Yeah. So yeah, this is why I don't talk to my parents. People are like, when people sometimes will be like, they're your parents, you've got to talk to your parents. Hi Tiger Free Spirit, welcome in. You gotta talk to your parents. And I'm like, no, there's perfectly valid reasons why you don't talk to your parents. There are valid reasons why you should not be around your parents. So yeah. So yeah. So I don't. Yes. Because as I've told these funny childhood stories of mine, I've realized that, you know, my childhood was one where I was not necessarily in a good place. Or a safe place. And I realize that now, you know, whereas then this was just my life, you know? It takes being let out to realize that what you had was not good. If you're in that situation, and you're in it and you never see yourself out, like you don't see the other side of it where there's someone around you that has, you know, parents that are different, you don't realize that that's not a, you know, thing, you know? Whereas if you're always in it, that's just how parents are, because you don't know any better. And since I grew up with very little, like, peek on the outside, you know, you don't know that it's not normal. You know? I have no outside perspective to see it as wrong. Yeah. You had nothing to compare it to. Yeah, no, I didn't, and, you know. So it wasn't until I was in high school that I really got to, you know, spend time outside of my home. And even then, it's just, you know. But I realize now, you know, some of my friends' parents, well, some, I say some, one set of my friends' parents were really trying to, you know, do better for me than my parents were. Like, they knew more than I knew that they knew at the time. Because it's like, now I'll look back on it, I'll be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense that they kind of figured out that my parents were neglecting me. You know? It's like, with my adult eyes, what I can see with my elf eyes is that they were trying to do better for me. And that's why they always had me over, why they were inviting me over, why, you know. Other people can make the bad behavior the norm and their victim. Yeah, and it was exactly a case of that. Whereas until I was, you know, able to get out on my own, kind of, and then by the time I was out on my own, this whole situation, I went to school for a thing. Well, there was a period of time between when I was finishing my classes, because when you're in a medical field in my country, you have a period of time where you have to be in the field working for free. Yay. In the field working for free. Yay. Before you're allowed to, like, officially graduate. And so I was working full time for free. Yay. So I had to move out of my apartment because I left as soon as I graduated high school. I did 1 year in the dorms at my college. Then I found a really cheap and probably kind of unsafe apartment to live in for $300 a month. And I lived on my own for 2 years, and then it came to the time where, like, I wasn't gonna have any income, and I was like, I can't move back to my parents' house. It's like, even like then, it's like I knew that I was like, I can't go back. I would literally, I wouldn't be here if I went back. Let's just say that. I wouldn't be here if I had went back. And I knew that at the time. Even then. And I hadn't accepted half of the stuff, even at that point. But I knew that if I had to move back to my parents' house for that time, that I wouldn't be here. And it just lucked out that, you know, I had someone in my life at the time who was like, we'll just move in together and I'll take care of it. So, yeah. Which, you know, saved me. What do we want to do for the hat? Oh, and I love you guys too. And a lot of me knowing and a lot of me knowing a lot about me came because I met a lot of you. So I'm forever grateful. Because I wouldn't be the same person I am today if I never started this journey. Never got in here. And but hi Tita, I'm sorry you came in the most storytelling time. That was really so yeah. Yeah. You're good. You're good. It's good to see you. We were deep. We were deep in a talk. So thank you too. Thank you for being a part of my life. Because it'll be in a, yeah, I need to do the hat too, but we need to decide what hat color to hat. Hat color. Now we're all out for revenge. Yeah, everybody wants to riot. And I need my eyeballs. We can do black or dark gray. Dark gray. Do I have another big button? I do. Do I have a different other big button? This one is weird. Yeah, I do. No, are those two different sizes? Those are two different sizes. Wow. And those are even two different sizes. Dark gray might work. Okay. Okay, I'm looking for balls of the eye variety. Nope. Yes, exactly. Okay. Okay, I guess these will do. Okay. I'm gonna need more eyeballs soon. I'm gonna need more eyeballs soon. I just had to make sure my needle fits through these holes. Ooh, that's gonna be a tight one. Yeah, that's not gonna work with that one. Let's see. A friend requested it. Their partner. Okay, this one does fit. Some of my needles are thinner than others, so you gotta check. I need a length of this. Dark gray might work. Dark gray could work. So, yeah. 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 I'm happy to be here. It's just, I'm happy we found, yeah, I'm happy we all found each other. You know? It's like, what are the odds? You know? The strange life happenings that we all ended up here, you know? Yeah. Kind of one of those things. Very crazy. Very crazy. What happened? I'm looking for flowers and I just so happen to have some I wanted to give away. Oh, that's great though. And you know, it's like otherwise, you never met. Which is crazy to think about, you know? Crazy to think about. It's like if Codex and I wouldn't have met if Codex wasn't on that raid that raided in that one time. You know? Just they're crazy. I would have not met JC if, you know, JC didn't know Moo, who and didn't mention that she was gonna be at a craft show, and you know, we ended up meeting up because of that. Kind of just I met my 3 favorite people because of separate Twitch raids. It's just crazy. Twitch raids bring people together. It's true. It's true. Now I have this real sassy British every autumn, and I wouldn't change it for anything. I love it. Are we thinking dark? Are we thinking dark? Are we thinking dark gray? Or are we thinking black? I really like the kind of greenish color that we used for the sag. It looks really good in this context. Can we see a dark gray? Yes, we can. As long as I don't explode my wall. It's a very nice gray. Yeah. Okay. That's a lot. I mean, we have patches, so you'll have to think about what color patches you want. On JC, because I was looking for a crafter that did more than one craft, and then she told me to come here. And then, because you came here, yeah, this is as far as I got in the hat, by the way.
Brilliant.
You're brilliant.
Brilliant.
Angry Gatowat just
This is where I
subscribed
got.
for 16 months.
That's so many
Ha,
people, I
hey,
know,
hey,
it's
hey,
crazy.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hi, Gato. Hi, Gato. How are you? How are you? Thank you for the 16 hanging months. This purple ball is for you. Oh, we squeezy it. And it goes into the jar with a... Roar! Ah. Good morning, Gato! I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited. We have a very exciting stream coming up on Sunday. For details, check the pinned message. Ever want to come to the UK, just let me know. We'll see everything. Yeah! I would love to someday, actually. I do need a passport, though. 3, 4. You know, to leave my continent. I do need more documentation to leave my continent. But I love to. Because my state and this isn't available in every state as far as I'm aware. But my state has agreements with Canada and Mexico, where on a special license that you pay more for to have more stuff on the inside, I can travel to Canada. I can travel continental, the North America. Yeah, I can go to North American countries on my thing. Only by land. Yeah, I think it's only by land. I have what they call in my state an enhanced license. I don't think it's just Real ID glued, at least not here. You have to have a special license. Enhanced license. So, I did that. I don't even remember why I did that. I think it was just slightly more expensive to get that over the Real ID. And I was just like, yeah, I would love to be able to just go to Canada. That'd be great. And so I did it. And yeah. I can go to Canada. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have to have the Real ID for within the US to travel by air. Or enter some federal buildings. But I know not every state has the option to have enhanced licenses, I don't think. So it is variable on your state. So I imagine the ones in the middle of the US probably don't have many people just trying to drive to Canada. But can't leave the UK without one. Yeah. Yeah, someday I want to. I'm just, it's also that thing where I'm weird about going into airports because I've not done it ever by myself as an adult. You know? And there's so many rules and people, and it's gonna be a thing, and it's scary. It's scary. We'll fly from here to the UK. Yeah, I mean, if we were all traveling together, then yeah, that would make sense. If we were all trying to take the same flights there, I would meet you, because it's not that far of a drive. You know, in theory. We'll go to Whitby and not meet Spork. You think Spork's gonna get away with us not seeing Spork if we were in the same country with Spork? It's a small country. It's smaller than my state. 3, 4. I'll find you. You can find me where you'll find the Fae. I'm gonna disappear from the vacation because I got abducted by the Fae. Baya!
No.
Hi, Baya!
No.
That's almost a whole year! Let me wrestle my balls. Oh, they're right on top. I found it. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Kitty squeezy.
Phoebe Alien just
Easy
subscribed.
peasy. Kitty
Oh, hi.
squeezy. Bye, these balls are for you. Thank you for the 32 hanging months. That tier 3. We squeeze the balls. Hi, Hammer Shot. Welcome in. And it goes into the jar with a roar. How am I? I'm good. How are you? So yeah, I would love to go to the UK. What? I've never been on a plane before, as an adult though. The only time I've ever been on a plane was a school field trip, and I had plenty of adults to do all of the scary stuff for me. And yeah, they do all the work for you. Yeah, no, but you know, being of the persuasion of spice of my life that I am, the hurdle is the anxiety of doing the stuff at the airport. It's the airport that's the problem. It's not the plane itself. It's the airport that terrifies me. Because that's where the people are. Get that. Which pan? We have several in this community. Spicy too. I don't understand how airport to play. Yeah. The last time they had these dream shots, and I took it, and I fell asleep for what I thought was 10 minutes, and it's been 4 hours. That sounds like a dream to me. I love that. It's a joke. Well, it could be not a joke, depending on, you know, how you're talking about pans. Hands up if you know. Woke up and my movie was done and people had eaten and you're like, what the? Hate traveling, but traveling with Fox is great because he's the adultiest adult and travels constantly for work, so I can turn off my brain and just waddle along. Yeah. I need someone like that, you know? Hi, TK, good morning! Actually traveling. No, I get you. I like traveling, it's just I haven't gotten the opportunity to do a lot of it. Obviously, my upbringing was not one of culture. So. You know, I'm still trying to figure out how to be an adult at this point. Because they also didn't teach me that when I was growing up, unfortunately. And this is why I support bringing back home ec. Yeah. It's because you can say that the parents are supposed to teach their kids how to do things, but I was embarrassingly old by the time I learned how to wash dishes. I told that story the other day. So, yeah. A fun transition and all. Didn't feel prepared. No, there's a difference between feeling prepared and, you know, having anything to go off of. Like I said, I was embarrassingly old when I learned how to do dishes. Yeah. Which you would think is something that would just make sense. You know? Yeah. I grew up in a very interesting situation. That if you just rinse them under really hot water... You know, that's what I assumed, Gremlin. However, I was told at some point that, soap is necessary. Yeah. I grew up in a situation, and I don't want to go too far into it because it does get worse than what I've disclosed. It gets worse, you know? And there's stuff you just don't bring up on your live stream. You know? Was that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So 2 increase. To not know stuff. That's why we don't judge. Yeah, no. I wouldn't have brought up the chemical burns, but I thought we have discussed them several times on stream, Codex. It's the other stuff. The, you know, the neglect situation. That was, you know, and, you know, other stuff. There's a lot of stuff that Codex knows about that I don't bring up on stream. Yeah. There's a reason why I never put them in a room with my parents. Because there's several people in this community who would do some wonking. You know? Yeah. Used to live in front of a train track, and I used to slide down the banking to get a better look at the trains and wander off rows. That sounds like fun. So, yeah. May I be placed in a room with your parents? No. No. I don't even want to be in a room with my parents. Ah! Vera! Passes pitchfork subtly. Outside the little box helps. The dishwasher runs best with hot water. If the lines aren't purged, it takes longer for the water heat. Gotcha. It just means that Gremlin is doing something right. Yeah. I mean, my parents are not super actually fond of me either. To be fair. But as I think I said it recently, my brother, not related to me, by blood, I was saying something the other day about some recent, because every once in a while I'll bring up the family drama, my family drama, because, you know, I find it funny these days. And my brother brought up a point that he was reading an article about something the other day, and The ones apparently there's a study that was done in adults that were abused as children, and there's a strong correlation between the child in the family who had received the most being the most emotionally like I said, this is a brother that's not related to me. This is his chosen family. There's a correlation between the child that received the most and the one who the family is most emotionally reliant upon being the same. Because my mom still tries to talk to me. I don't respond most of the time because, as I've said, I don't want to be a part of that situation. And I was like, oh, thanks. That makes sense. It's different with the accent. Oh, Mushroom, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. That's awful. But no, I've recently not been talking to the brother that blinded me because whereas originally I would talk to him on occasion, or his wife on occasion, because they were like, blinded me? Yeah, we've been on a journey through, some things this morning. I used to talk to them because I felt like, they were a little more, ways than some of my other family members. But as my brother and his wife continually hang out with my other brother and his wife, I no longer feel comfortable talking to them for reasons. Yeah. So, yeah. Because he and his wife hang out a lot with my other brother, whom is not my biological brother, but my cousin, who my parents raised for a time. Yeah, they let my parents raise other people's children legally multiple times. By the way, you want to know the state of things? I have 3 adopted siblings. Yeah. Cheese calendar? What? Cheese advent. I feel like I could get behind this. So yeah, I have 3 adopted siblings. Say what now? Yeah, I have 3 adopted siblings. Yeah. My mom actually worked in childcare, throughout my childhood, Silver. When she was allowed to get a job, which was when we were, midway through elementary school. She doesn't anymore. She works with older people, which is not much better. Yeah. 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 Yeah, so yeah, that's the thing.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant,
Hi, Lou!
brilliant, brilliant,
Hi, Lou! Happy 30!
brilliant, brilliant.
34
Gnarl
hacking
today
months!
just subscribed for 34
34
months.
hacking
Dum
months!
da dum dum. Dum.
Dum da dum da. Hi, Lou. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This ball's for you. We gently swiggle it. And it goes in the jar with a rar. So yeah, yeah, I don't feel comfortable because I kind of went into without so simple words telling my sister-in-law why I don't want to be around that brother of mine. They increased the amount of time that they spent with them. So, I don't really feel like, really doing that anymore, you know? If you tell someone there's a big reason why you don't want to be around someone and then they start hanging out with him more, it kind of gives you an idea that they don't really care, you know? So I decided that you know, I'm just gonna see myself out. And that was one of the last reasons why I was going to see my family anyways, so. You know? Like. Yeah, so it's just, you know. It's like, yeah. Yeah. So you don't want me to be around you? Yeah, I had told my sister-in-law that I didn't want to be around brother because he went off on a hate speech in my presence. It made me uncomfortable. And then she decided they decided to hang out more with that brother. So, you know, it's like, okay, I guess you feel the same way. Because if someone tells you, you know, they felt uncomfortable because someone went off on a hate speech about something, maybe consider that it made them uncomfortable because they were hate speeching about them. But, you know, maybe they didn't put that together, you know? I don't tell my family things, we know this. And I'm hearing is that Kel took all the good bits of her family, which is why they're in the bin. I also took all the legs in my family. So, yeah. I lucked out. I got all the health problems though, so, you know, it evens out in the end. I literally stole my brother's legs. Yeah. My younger brother. He has he is maybe at max 30% leg. At max. He's a little bit shorter than me, but my legs are like chest on him. Yeah, we're a hilarious pair next to each other. To be fair. Took all the middle child parts of my family and made them out of solid gold. I'm also a middle child. Fun fact. Especially so after the adoptions. I was the middle child anyways, but you know. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, so when I've been near my brother, like I have really, really long legs. So my brother here is like my brother's like this level of chest. It's great. I literally took and we were very close in age, to be fair. So I like to say that I stole all the legs. I took all the leg genes. For myself. Yeah. I deserved them. I deserved the legs. The cheese calendar is in stock. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're keeping on. Of Lego or Lego. Yeah, I have a lot of leg. I'm very leggy. Very leggy. Hi Raven. How are you? How you doing? Indeed, Codex. My family is all the same height. Yay! Mine's not. I'm actually, my oldest brother's like 6'2", or was 6'2", allegedly. You know how that can be. My sister was 5'11", and I used to like to lie that I was 5'7". Because I got to be made to feel bad that I was tall all of my life because I'm not supposed to be tall. It makes feel bad when yeah. Woo! Raven streaking! Yay! Woohoo! Look at Raven Slaps! Streaking! So yeah, the upbringing I had was not very kind to my brain stuff. Mostly because I have a lot of cool friends who make earrings. These were made by our friend Dragon Priestess. By the way, if you're interested in these, Dragon Priestess made these. Yeah. Yeah. It's because I have a lot of cool friends who make cool things.
Let go of, and something sweet that she needs to embrace more of. Deku, if you do not take your cinnamon bun and go elsewhere, I am going to eat you. Yes, I am. I'm gonna eat your fluffy cinnamon buns. You want me to eat you
Hi,
too, Freya?
Smikes.
That's just weird.
Smikes would have rided this morning, to be fair. Good thing you just got here, Smikes. We've been on a journey today. It started with talking about internet, I think. We love well, you know, I grew up in a very specific place. In a very specific culture, Raven Sleeps, that does not appreciate the specific build of people, because possibly, maybe, perhaps, they have it in their mind that feminine people need to be small so that non-feminine people can dominate them. Yeah. Super fun. Which should never be the case. If yeah, anyways. We were discussing the suck. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So, yeah. Tall, yeah. Don't necessarily identify as a tall girl anymore. But yeah, you know, it was a big thing when I was growing up. I got made to feel like I needed to be small to be accepted. Yeah, I also, you know, got made to feel like I had to be a certain way for people to like me. I also had to, you know, it's all, you know. It's been a lot of unlearning behaviors, just in general for me. Hence the no longer I say that I'm 5'7", because if you stand next to me, you know I'm not 5'7". You need to feel like you have to be a certain way. Yeah, you have to make yourself be a certain way to make everybody around you comfortable, and that's how I was raised. Which is why I had problems being myself. I had problems talking in general. Why I had problems wearing bright colors or doing things that made me happy, or, you know, it's just, I was basically slotted into the, you shouldn't make a thing of yourself. You make yourself as small as possible, you make yourself as quiet as possible, you make yourself basically invisible, or else you're gonna get whacked, you know? You follow the rules, you keep yourself quiet, you be in your room by yourself, you read because there's nothing else to do because you live in a post-internet rural society. Not post-internet, pre-internet, rural society. Yeah, and then if you did, they let you read. Yeah, to an extent. Well, because the library was free. Not that it was easy for me to get to the library, because we didn't have a library in the town I lived in. Until after I'd moved away. But this was when we'd moved away from my dad's family, so I was allowed to read then. I wasn't allowed to read before then. There's a big difference between what I was allowed to do before we moved away from my dad's family and what we were allowed to do after we moved away from my dad's family. So, we moved closer to my mom's family, and I pretty much ran with being able to check out whatever I wanted from the library. And I just read constantly. Like, not even like age-appropriate books, read constantly. Like, once I was allowed to start reading whatever I wanted, whatever I happened across, whatever sounded good, you know, I was reading all sorts of things. I was reading 800-page books in 3rd grade. I was doing anything to get out of, mentally get out of where I was, physically. And reading was escape, so that was the only escape I had, so I was taking it. Being neurodivergent wasn't a fun time. No, I was lucky enough to have a good group of friends eventually that were also, you know, weird. Weird like me. let you read? What if you can't? I mean, I did become educated eventually, obviously. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. There it is. There are reasons why I have very different ideas about the world than, you know, my parents and my siblings. So, what else was I supposed to do? I threw the wrong thing on my desk. Hi, Mozzie! I would get to go to the library once a month in the next town over, and also the school library. But after a while, I stopped checking as many books out from the school library because I got in trouble for reading. Because I've always been fascinated with human experience in general. Trying to figure out, you know, why are people the way that they are? And then, you know, at the time, because it was the early 2000s, they judged you based on your library. Oh no, it was a school. Yeah, I somewhere in middle school, I stopped checking out so many books from the school library because when things went wrong, they always looked at the one reading specific kinds of books. And since I read a lot of like truer stuff, historic stuff, that weren't necessarily based off of the best human experience lived, because I was trying to figure out why people suck so bad, mind you. The librarians everywhere. Yeah, well, when someone does something or they find something of a particular nature at that time, they looked at your library records, what you checked out, and, you know, I happened to read a lot of very particular time period things, trying to figure out why people sucked so much, and why people are so mean to people, and why people are so... But they can't tell that off of why, you know, the list of books you read. They're like, wow, this person reads a lot of things about World War II. That's gotta be a detriment on them. And meanwhile, it's just like, people sucked! Like, why? Why? Why do people suck so bad? Why do people hate people so bad? And it was just this thing that I was just trying to figure out the why. Why are people so bad? Make sure to read. Not like that. Yeah, if I was reading young adult novels, I'm sure I wouldn't have gotten half the trouble that I was in middle school. Because I did get into some trouble in middle school. Because I was labeled someone who had the potential, I guess. You've also got to remember the time that I was in school. You know. The beginnings of, you know, the problem, so to speak. Of what you can imagine the problem is in schools in the US right now. Which we're not going to say out loud. But you can imagine, you know, during that time period, when something of the variety came up, one of the things that they looked at was, you know, library records. Like, what is this person reading? What is this person, you know, So they look at the kids that don't really socialize. They look at the kids that don't. No. In middle school, the librarian knew me by name and would let me be the first to pick out new books. Yeah. Yeah? Reading too much. Because since I really enjoyed fantasy and escapism, that came with, two heads in the head in the cloud, yeah. A child is born! It just needs patches. What color patches do we want? I was like, why aren't more people obsessed with psychology and early childhood development? Yeah, well, yeah, I was I read a lot of stuff about, you know, human suffering. Not because I liked human suffering, but because I was trying to figure out why it happened. Could you imagine someone growing up in a situation where they were suffering, maybe wanting to try to figure out why they're made to suffer? You know? Nobody looked into that. They should probably, you know, consider that. That situation. Why is this? Nobody asked why. Dark green. Dark green. I don't have a lot of dark green. You inherently learned things and had relatable, wholesome people. Yeah. No, I get you. Are you feeling or hearing booms there? Me? Me? No! Why? Are you hearing my chair make noises? Because it does make a lot of creaky noises. Got a hole in it even so, because I use it a lot. Is there a Godzilla nearby? I will never disclose if there's a Godzilla nearby. Okay, I don't have dark green. Is there an alternative option? The sound is carrying pretty far. I got you. The one time, the darkest green I have is this. That'll do. Okay. Honestly, I don't have like a 4 screen or anything. Do you want it to be a triangle or square patch? Triangle or square? On his butt. Square. Okay. Oh, it's time to shaft. By the way. We've had a lot of conversation today. We've had a lot of conversation today. It is. It is. It is. It is time to shaft. Codex, I was disappointed I didn't get your new SO sound on stream yet. Before stream. I was real disappointed in myself for not not getting it done. I was like, dang it, I wanted to show everyone the absolute perfection of a sound effect that I found. Yep. Yep. I found the absolute best sound to make for Codex for the SO. It's the best. Do you want to hear it? Do you want to hear it? You want to hear it? It's the best. It's the best. I promise. I love how the only two people who want to hear it are the ones who already know what it is. Okay, other than green? Other than green? I happened upon this, Ume. It wasn't something that I searched out. I was watching a YouTube video. And the person in the YouTube video, first of all, it was a video essay on medieval torture. Enough of the purple to do a patch on the hat. Yeah, because I can undo this. The hat that didn't get done. And I was watching a video essay on medieval torture and how what we know about it is wrong. And do you want it to be square or do you want it to be triangle? Alex? And the person in question uttered a sentence and I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa. Okay. Okay, hold on. Because I'll bring the video up itself. Because, we don't need the video to be a part of it later, but I'll show it for, education purposes. Okay? Yeah. Yep. Yep. So that's what it's gonna be Codex's sound now. Yeah. Also that creator is Kaz. If you don't know Kaz, Kaz is great. We love Kaz. Kaz Rao is great. You know, if you're ever looking for something to watch. I'm chat associating me with chastity belts. I can cut that part out. I just thought it was funny. I just thought it was funny. I would stop it there. I would stop it there. It made me laugh. It made me laugh so hard. It made me laugh so hard. And I needed to laugh. Okay. Sometimes you need to laugh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, True. There we go. Little triangle patch. I feel compelled to send it to Codex. Yeah. Yeah, I feel ya. Okay, first shaft of the day. It's from Spork. Definitely somewhere that looks like I could go to get abducted by the Fae. Yes, indeed. Fish hat? No, we are working on Scarecrow today because Codex, who I'm seeing in person tomorrow, ordered this yesterday. Ordered this little guy. I feel like Spork is just being my scouting agent for getting abducted by the Fae. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm here for it. I just wanna, I wanna be where these trees are. I just wanna touch them. Just wanna touch them. Maybe the fairies will take me. Yogurt's butthole tree? Yes, on Yogurt's stream. I do believe it's been shown a couple times. But look at this tree! Look at this tree, Smikes. How could you say no to being abducted by the Fae near this tree? Come on. Ah! See? I want to be here. The whole area around this place is just ancient forest. I want to go to an ancient forest. I want to go to an ancient forest with a deteriorating castle. Don't worry, Spork has rocks too, Smikes. There's something for everyone. Or the Wi-Fi is good. I mean, that was one of my stipulations, you know, in theory, I say that I could live anywhere. You know, mostly because the work I do is online. Like, as long as there's enough Wi-Fi that I can work, you know, I'll live anywhere. Which is why I want to live, you know. As long as I can find Wi-Fi in the middle of a forest, you're good. Yeah. So many rocks. I love rocks. Deteriorating castle. I would love to identify as a deteriorating castle. I mean, they say your body's a temple. And if my body's a temple, good golly. Is mine like this castle? I want to be the mildly useless gate. You can be the mildly useless gate to my deteriorating castle, Gremlin. There's a whole fence. This is so pretty though. Codex, did you listen to that album I sent you? Just curious. Roots! Yes. Or did you hold off on listening to it? Because you wanted to hear me sing in a different language. Because I told you it'd be bad. I want to tap those roots. Yeah. I just want to touch them. Yeah, I just want to touch them. Not yet. All my media lately has been classic Doctor Who. That's okay. We can always listen to it together. Although that'd be a very interesting experience for you. To be fair. Oh no! Oh no. I just want to touch it. I just want to touch it. Can I just touch it? Ah, I want to go inside. I want to go in this hole. What do you know more about this? Like, I just want to know the history of all the things. Mostly because I just want to, yeah, I just want to stand in that back dark corner, just gremlins squat until someone sees me and I scare them. What other colors, Codex, are we feeling for this cutie? You want any more patches? How many patches do you want? How many patches? It was a storehouse, I think. I wanna be there. I wanna be there. I just wanna be where the castle ruins are. That's so pretty. Just so pretty, and there's a tree that looks like a dick. Tell me that this bush and this tree do not. That's creepy. Hi, Neothermic. Hello, how are you? It's technically an abbey. That's okay. It's just, you know, to me, it's a castle. Also, all the Queen Anne's lace is great, too. Maybe a red one on his foot. A red one on his foot. Codex red, obviously. I have a big skein of Codex red that I keep in this box right next to me at all times. Because, you know, Joann's was going out of business and I was like, I've got to stock up! So I got the 1,040-yard Codex red. Do you want it to be square or triangle? The old stone buildings are castles at heart square. Okay, that's what I figured. Okay. It's got PP trees. Like, all of them! To be fair, like, this looks like it's got 2 bushes too, and then this one looks like it's got 2 bushes too, and then this one's got 2 bushes too. Why? You know, I feel like the nuns were doing this on purpose. I'm just saying, all of the trees and bushes look like peepees. Okay? I feel like it was on purpose. Why do all the trees and bushes look like peepees? None of your business. Okay, I think it's only 2 rounds. It's not your business. The nuns were having thoughts they couldn't formulate. Yeah. Here you are. This is so pretty though. So friggin' pretty. Just wanna frolic. I just wanna frolic. Can I just go frolic? Like, I cannot explain it, I just find the shape appealing. The urge to shout, I find your shape appealing. Sorry. It's just a small little loaf. Look at this hanging loaf. Should I look at that? I feel like I should look at that. I feel like I should look at that. Okay, give me a second. Give me a sec. Alright. Going on an adventure. Yep. What did I say? Why did I feel like it was that? Okay, I had a feeling it was that. I had a feeling that that's what we were going with. Uh-huh. Ooh, Arid made a sock. Look at that Hankin sock. Someone might say it rocks. You want this patch to be on his foot? Are you sure you don't want it on the front of his pants? Where do you want this patch? This is the question. Got 3 patches. Like the front of the leg. Okay, I got you. You said foot, so I was assuming like on the bottom of the foot, and I was like, that's a weird place to have a patch. That's a strange place. Do you have a specific leg that you like? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, his right leg feels good. This one. Here. Knee feels right to me, so that's where I'm going. Oh, so cute, so sleep. So sleep. So sleepy. Such sleepy. Good morning, pretty. How are you? Joe E.B. Emotional support Mango Banks for these trying times. Aww. We love a good emotional support orange. We do. We love a good emotional support orange. My emotional support orange is taking a nap. Support orange. Yes. There we go. Through here. Good buddy!
Are we gonna go skinny dipping?
Hey! Hey! Hi,
Why
Waddle!
would we do that?
Oh, come here, Waddle. How was your stream?
don't
What were
know.
you up to? What were you doing, Waddle?
Well, we're
Glad
gonna
to
make
have
it
you.
down
Good to
this
see
trail,
you.
and we're gonna do it as
Welcome in,
a
Raiders.
fully clothed family.
Waddle Art
How's the
just
stream? What were
traded
you up
with
to? What
1
were you
views.
doing? I want to hear all about it. Hi, Waddle. Waddle's here. Yay! We're just looking at cuties. I made some cute Lego guys. Look how cute! Look how cute! It's only about 30 minutes. I'm feeling sick and I can't keep. Oh yes, go take care of yourself. Raid and run. Go take care of yourself. Okay, we appreciate you, Waddle, but please take care of yourself. Okay. Go take care of yourself. Aren't they cute? The plants are interchangeable and have a little root on the bottom. Very cute. Aww. Yes. The butt patch is the green one. I remember. I did make some good progress, at least for today, so it's all good. I'm gonna go lay down and rest. Yes, please go take care of yourself. Thank you for the raid. We appreciate you. It's so cute. So cute. For our first anniversary. She is pretty great. Agreed. I'm putting a butt patch on this cutie. Special gift for Cal. Yeah, this is live footage of what should be happening here in this picture. Thank you, Graham. Thank you. Thank you. This is what I would do if I was here. Yep. Ew! 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 Sorry, Neo. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that my ads don't understand why they shouldn't have that on my ads. I don't control the ads, unfortunately, or I would make sure that never happened. Mm-hmm. Ads got shown. Mine would be Lego and Nerf. Yeah, I would love if they let us choose what got advertised on our ads. That'd be super cool, to be fair. That'd be super cool. I would love if creators got to choose what sorts of things got advertised on their stuff. But unfortunately, they don't let us do that. The Total apple bag with chain on and everything. Fully 3D printed, not big enough to hold my phone though. Oh, that sucks. What did I say? Oh, the word ad and ads gets flagged. For us to the mod team to for context. We had a time where we had people coming in. No, it's fine. It's just the mods hold it for context because we had some people coming in trying to get gift subs, and it makes it really weird for everyone if someone comes in doing the it would, oh, I have ads. It would be a shame if someone gifted me a sub. Oh. So we have it flag that word so that the mods can clear it before. So people got really weird about it. And sometimes when people get weird about things, you gotta get weird about things back. You did nothing wrong. We just hold it for moderation is all. If your message is fine, it gets cleared automatically. It just holds it for a second so that we can make sure someone's not being weird about it.
Brilliant, 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 brilliant.
Oh, the ad shame resubbed.
Neothermic just subscribed for 6 months. Oh, I have adverts. It'd be a shame if I resub.
Would you like a pink ball? Is pink good? Is pink a good color for you? We squeeze the balls! And it goes into the jar with a... Roar! Oh, it did this. Dragon Priestess printed this. Isn't it cool? Isn't it cool? Updated photo of the progress on my first diamond painting. I decided to start with the corners for some reason. You know, I would too, to be fair. Except I wouldn't do it. I would do like this back and forth diagonally, because I'm a weirdo. I would just go across this way diagonally, which I feel is even worse than doing corners first. This is why they don't let me do diamond painting. That and my cat would try to eat it. Yep. Oh, this looks so good. This looks so good. It looks so very. I can't wait for you to get to the sky because the colors. I love a good aurora borealis. You're doing great. Some bacon noodles with bacon. Nice. Such a great job. Amazing job. I love it. It's gonna be super pretty. Just like your face. Hi, Gus. I love you. Where's my patch? Okay. Codex, you need to keep me on track this afternoon, okay? Tell me no writing and just packing / getting together my stream assets on a USB. Keep me on track. I'm not allowed to write this afternoon. Because if I start writing, I'm gonna end up not packing. I packed my clothes, to be fair. But I need to pack my camera and also my USB with my stream assets and so on and so forth. Instead of writing a novel. No writing until you're packed. Ready to go. Thank you. Keep me on track. I have a problem to myself. I've also been on task today. I have something that has to be done before you get here. Yeah. Need to be a good little packer and get my packing done. A novel? Yeah. No one's ever gonna read it. The only person who's read any part of it technically is Codex, and it's only the dialogue. Not even the words around the dialogue. And also, it's mostly just all of the creative, sassy lines I come up with. The dialogue's easy for me, weirdly enough. But, I'm a weirdo, so. Codex gets to read all my pickup lines that I use. So that I can prove to someone I do have Riz, after all. I wouldn't let anyone read it. That's the thing, Silver. That's the thing, is a lot of the writing for me is therapeutic. So therefore, I feel like letting someone read it is like letting them into my brain. Hi, Rib Muncher. It's mostly just me, you know, telling the things to Codex so that someone can be like, yep, you do got it. Because I'm a really, really awkward person in general. Also, here's the Lego Dragon Boat Desk Calendar! And Grumbo got me for our first day. It's so cute, and I love it! There he is! There he is! Yes, Crodax! We got purple patch on the hat. We got green patch on the butt. And we got red patch on the knee. Yeah! 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 It's cute. It's cute. Graham knows a bit about my story. For research purposes. Hi, Gus. Me and my friend are doing a cross stitch collab. Ooh. We're going on an adventure. Debbie and Saki are doing a cross stitch. Oh, very cool. Oh my goodness. Guys. Debbie and Saki are doing a cross stitch design. Heck. Heck, indeed. Sorry, I want to look at the individual ones so I can bring the photo up. So I can look at it a little closer. Look, it's cross stitch. What? Give me! It's in the shaft. The link is in the shaft. The link is in the shaft. Look! Cute! Cute! Bye! So cute! I love it! I love it! It's so cute! It's so cute! See one of your links! So cute! Oh my goodness! So heckin' cute! That's so freaking cute! I'm so jazzed. That's awesome. I'm shafting a funny joke that Gremlin drew based on my idea. Okay, do it. Do it! Also, I'm gonna laugh now because I saw it. Hi, Beep Boom Boom! Everybody follow Debbie Cat. Okay. And then on top of that, our friend Saki. Saki is Jardens. I do believe I spelled it right. Yeah.
I think. Oh,
maybe.
I think this is my best
I think I did it right.
campaign so far.
Hi, Gus.
It was a.
Hey, Gremlin and I were watching Twilight.
Yes,
That's
my
what it does.
best campaign so far. Thank
I
you guys
explained
so
my
much
correct
for
outlook
helping
that
me
if
raise for
vampires wore
charity.
colorful
This
costumes,
really
they'd
means a
just
lot to
be
me.
the X-Men.
And it's so exciting to see that people enjoy the designs I made.
You know, this checks out. Hey. It checks out. They're just X-Men, yep. They're just X-Men. It makes sense. This is, you know? Yep. Yep. This checks. It checks. It checks. Yep. Accurate. An afternoon making up code names there. I love this. I love this. You got bunnies to look at and chickens. Are you ready? Super chatty in chat today, I guess, and he's trying to type as I'm typing. I love him. Okay, there's the psychic one, the strong one, the doctor, And the one that can see the future. Yeah, they're all just X-Men. Everybody's just next man's. Look, there's Chimkins! Cute! I thought 2 slash boxes. One for myself and one for a friend. I'm gonna decorate them when they come. I can't wait. What does stash box mean? I have no idea what that is. And gets a random power boost. Cute. Cute. It's a lockable box first. Oh, I got you. I got you. Okay. I was about to say, I'm kind of, you know. Look at the fluffy bunnies. Look at the fluffy bun. Look at the fluffy buns. I don't know enough about X-Men to comment on that conversation. It's so fluffy, I'm gonna die. Yeah. Look at this cutie. Look at the fluffy ears. Cat makes bunny yarn. I've been on and off reading the X-Men and stuff from the, say, the 70s and 80s. Yeah, I just, you know. That pause. This is Haku as a bunny. Look how fluffy. I have a Cricut machine so I can cut stencils, and I'm going to paint pens to decorate. Very cool. Very cool. I'm gonna put this in my bag, okay? Codex. Kiss him. You'll see him tomorrow. Give him a kiss. He's going in the bag. Okay? He's going in the bag. You'll see him tomorrow. It's so cute. So cute. Mood. They're so fluffy. Don't die of cuteness. Yeah. Miniature store, so I gave you Pride decks to hold? Yes, I do remember. That miniature store was a lot. That was a lot. And I was overwhelmed by a lot at that point, because every place we were going in had a lot of stuff. And my second day, I was just like, can we just go somewhere that's like a place to like sit down? And it didn't happen. I just go somewhere like a park and just sit down and talk. I had a bun, and literally everything she did would screw me out because she thought thinking cute. Oh, I get that. Yeah, it was kind of what I wanted to also. Yeah, I just, you know, I'm not the one that gets to make the, decisions on the activities, usually. You know. And, yeah. 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 Yeah, we had fun. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. We had spicy soup juice. We had spicy soup juice. We love spicy soup juice. Also, this cat wants you to follow science streams for more quality, wholesome, informative science content here on Twitch. Yes, spicy soup juice. I love spicy soap juice. Spicy soup juices. Spicy soup juice. Spicy juice. Take you for spicy soup juice while we're here. You have spicy soup juice? You have spicy soup juice in your neck of the woods? You have a spicy soup juice place? I don't have a spicy soup juice place. Like, you're doing better than I do. I did not turn off raids, which is important. Did we follow science? I forgot to type the shout out, even though I, you know. It's your favorite spicy soup juice place. Yes! I get to go to your favorite spicy soup juice place? I feel special. I feel special! Spicy soup juice. Spicy. I mean, it doesn't sound, but yeah. I feel special. Why do I have so many bling blongs? Hear me out. Why not hast? Why so many blink blonks? Blink blocks. So many blink blocks. Okay, I've undid the blink blocks. Because it's the only one, and we can go tomorrow for lunch when you get here. Yeah, I'm hoping to be there around 10. Depending on the border crossing. I'm gonna try to leave around 5. So, yeah. I'm excited. It's gonna be dark outside. It'll be dark outside by the time I get to Canada, too. I'm turning off raids. Yep. There we go. I'm not gonna forget. I'm not gonna forget. I also ran out of project to do, so I'm just gonna... Oh, I don't even have a crochet hook here to make the rest of these undies, because, you know, I can finish these while I'm sitting right here. Crochet hooks? Where you at? Found it. Found it. I'm just gonna finish these undies. Because they're on my desk, and I might as well get them off my desk. You know? I'm going to want to touch her hair, which yes is a statement, but that'd get other people weird looks around here. This morning I was like, panic, I should probably dye my hair because it looks terrible. And then I was like, no, I can't dye my hair. I said that I wasn't going to dye my hair for another long distance period of time. I'm not going to try to do it again just because I'm going somewhere. And looks fine. Just tell me my hair looks fine. It's just a weird color. I have boxes of dye here. You know, Graham, though, the thing why I'm saying I'm not allowed to dye my hair is because it doesn't take dye anymore. Like, the last 2 times I dyed my hair, it was permanent dye, and, it just washes out first wash. Yeah, it just doesn't work anymore. Dye doesn't work anymore. Yep. Yep. So it's this weird, like, light red color. Just a weird light red color. Yeah, I need to grow it out a bit. I trimmed a lot of it off. This last time I did a haircut. So, I don't know. It's getting there. It's getting there. Just, you know, not fast enough. Yep. I'm letting it go back to my natural hair color for a bit. I have to refuse to dye it though. I really have to, like, be told to stop. Because I'm real bad. Just, sometimes you just gotta be told, stop. Okay. After stream, I am not gonna turn off my computer. I'm going to get all of my stream assets copied into a USB drive. I'm just telling myself the things I need to do. Yeah. I'm not gonna turn off my computer directly after stream. See, if I do that, I'm probably not gonna log back in, which means I'm not gonna get the thing that I need to do done. Okay. I am not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Be responsible. Someone tell me that I shouldn't risk cutting my hair today. Don't cut your hair today. I mean, you can if you want. The worst person to tell you no. Real bad at it, okay? But we could give you bangs, Codex. You just gotta wait till tomorrow. Give you bangs. Okay, let's finish these undies and then head out on a raid. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Raid, yes. That's the technical term for it. Okay. We're finishing the undies. Raid. Okay, Arid undies. Done. Those are Arid's underwears. Okay. Yeah, Arid's on underwear. Hey pretty, underwear thing we do around here. Underwear, if you don't know. Our thing. A lot of underwear, in fact. Our community, for some reason. There's a lot of them. Weirdly enough, we have a lot of underwear. There's a lot of them. These are all, you receive underwear. You receive a pair of underwear, in the underwear drawer when you've gifted 100 subs in your lifetime in this channel. So all of these are from people who have gifted over 100 subs in their full lifetime of this channel. Weirdly enough, there's a lot of them. Crazy. Crazy. Weird. Weird. Oh, do we need more hundies? Mira has hundies. Mira's hundies are purple with sparkly black accents. These are Mira's. They match JC the Trash Pandas quite well. You and JC can go rocking your hundies on the town together because they match. These are Dragon Priestesses. Yeah. These are Katie. These are Smiling Katie Dids. These are Craft Winds. Yeah, if you gift 100 at a time, you get to keep them. I send them to you. These are TKs. These are the Bi-Aliens. These are unstable ones. These glow in the dark. These are Ume no Ames. Like I said, these are Arids. These are Crash Overrides. These are Ravens. Raven Blackheart. These are Deceiving Elucidates. These are Gluteus Golds. These are Jinjabei Naomes. These are Armored Bunny Bears. And these are Codex _ Infinitus. Yeah. I need to remake the pair that I made for Zay. I have a list of ones that I still have to do. Zay's, I sent Zay's original pair to Zay. Zay's original pair were bright blue and gold. And I also need to make a pair for Nagin. But I'm almost caught up on underwear. We're literally made with Codex Red. They were the first pair that I made. Codexes were the first that I made. Yeah, Zay has a pair. Because Zay's done Hunsies before. If it's time to take your meds, take your meds. If it's time to take your meds, take your meds. If it's time to take your meds, you haven't taken meds. If it's time to take your meds, take your meds. So yeah. I do have all of them memorized. It's almost as if all of those people are super naughty. Or something like that. You know, you have to be naughty in order to have underwear. Hey, pretty. It's almost as if they choose the same colors for a lot of different things. It's almost as if by the time you get to 100 gifted subs, someone might know what colors are you. Okay? Almost as back in the underwear drawer. How cool. I've never gifted 100 subs. Well, over the lifetime in your channel, Ume, you've gifted over 700. You sassy sasser. Yeah. How about that? No idea what you're talking about. You're like, I have no badges. I know where you are. A lot of subs. Codex, you don't want to know what a lot of subs is, because there's someone, edging closer and closer to 3,000. And I have feelings and sass about it. Okay? We're not talking about it because it makes me want to cry. Okay, we're not talking about it. I said 3,000, not 6, right? 3K. Wait, someone's close to 3K? Yeah. They're getting there. Between, Ks, you know, so to speak. We're not talking about it. No. This is gonna make me cry. Ume's innocent. No, Ume is not innocent. Ume is not innocent. No. I'm gonna gift 40k subs just for the Warhammer joke. You would. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Nope. The most innocent person here is Haku, just because he doesn't have thumbs. Okay? No one! I don't like that terminology. Just in general, it makes me feel weird. I think we're gonna go to a certain place. Hey, thank you. I don't want to watch in horizontal view Twitch on my phone. That's gross. I don't want to watch a horror. Yeah. Horizontal view. Words are really strong today. The words are strong today. Thank you. Okay, let's we have someone doing a birthday thing. If you pay Discord, you can change the font your name appears in. This is the closest I've ever come to paying for Discord. Yeah. No, I feel you. I will try to stop in on Sunday, but we'll see. Weekends are always busy. Yeah. Sunday. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be live on Sunday. Sunday. They didn't give it to me, so I dropped it. Makes sense. I've paid for Discord mostly for certain things. No, you're fine. I just don't like that terminology. The idea that someone's out there just, you know, gifting subs for that. I had someone, story time. I had someone, who was a part of the community once, for a decent amount of time. It messaged me about ordering something from my store, like a custom thing, and then saying that they would really rather have it so that, for sexy reasons, that I was somehow financially dependent on them. And I was like, yeah, we're not, no, So yeah, that terminology, this is how Codex got the duck plush, because I'd made it, and then they were like, well, I would like to pay this for it because I would like to be, I would like you to be financially dependent on me for sexy reasons. And I was just like, I don't think we're gonna talk anymore. I don't think you're getting this duck. And so Codex has the duck. Because it needed a good home. Yeah, I've been through things, She Who Geeks, on my streaming journey. So that's why that terminology makes me uncomfortable, is because it, you know, I've been propositioned, and it doesn't make me feel great. I've been through things. Yeah. I would rather people be here because they want to be here, not because they think they're getting sexual gratification out of gifting things. Just personally, you know. Yeah, don't be a creep. Yeah. Yeah, but that's kind of the thing. Codex, me and JC are the same way, you know? I think that's just our brand of spice. It's because, yeah, if someone, this isn't OnlyFans, yeah, it's like, this is the wrong streaming service for you, friends. I've had people, you know, think that, you know, I don't know. You know. The things that we, like, the way that some of us talk to each other, I've had people take it seriously, you know? And they're like, wow, yeah, no, thank you. Just because I, you know, have redeems, or I'm like, does not mean that is the thing, you know? Yeah. And all being over a duck is kind of funny. They commissioned me for a duck. This was before I did prepay for commissions. This is early. They wanted me to make a duck. And then they were like, when it came to talking about payment, they were like, I want to pay you a bunch for it because... And I was like, yeah. I'm gonna block you. You know? Not cool. Not cool. It's nearly 5 years. Now his name is Kodux. Yeah. He's cute. He's cute. But yeah, so I was back then. Back then, I was very different. Like, I was new here. Like, you know, I didn't have mods, really, that actually had my back. I didn't, you know, I didn't know the ins and outs of things, and, you know. Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna raid someone's birthday stream, okay? We're gonna go to a birthday on a better note. Out of curiosity, if I wanted a plushie, it depends on the plushie. It depends. You can take a peek at the handmade stuff on there, and if you come up with an idea, you can always do a commission request if you find something. Life-size giraffe, that would be very expensive. That'd be very expensive. There is the site. There's also, if there's something special commission-wise you want to do, exclamation point commission is the way to do it. You can request anything. I do have the right to say I don't want to make it. Shipping on that to the UK would be problematic. You'd have to come pick it up. Do I figure out how to get it home? Don't give him excuses to show up. Yeah, just next time you're, you know, over in Canada, just, you know, let me know. I'll find a way to get it to you. Take a long time. It would take a long time to make. But we're gonna raid to a birthday stream, okay? Our friend Maker Plays is having a birthday. Showing feet, apparently. Not on purpose, I think. Yeah. Hi, Haku. You can come say bye. The next orange you see on this stream after today will not be my orange. Just in case you do happen to see an orange cat next stream. Haku says bye-bye. Haku says bye-bye. Hello, Meowview. He's like, Meowther, what do you mean you're leaving? What do you mean? It would take forever to make, use a lot of materials, and would need to be picked up. Yep. I'm not gonna deal with shipping on that. Okay, I'm gonna say thanks, and we're gonna head on a raid. Hogan, She Who Geeks, Werewolf, thank you for the bits. I want to thank Angry Gato Art, Crafty Odd Mama, Deceiving You Today, and Hogan, John Ray, Neothermic, The By Alien for resubscribing. I want to thank Codex for the gifted sub. I want to thank Joyful Designs and Waddle Art for the raids, and I want to thank our moderators for keeping our community safe. And I want to thank each and every one of you for hanging out, whether you're here chatting or lurking in the bathroom. Well, I love you. I appreciate you, and I'm very proud of you for whatever you did today, whether it was big or small. And I will see you all on Sunday in a completely different location, in a completely different country, with completely different orange cat, with a completely different backdrop, with actual other people. But until then, I love you. Bye. Bye. 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 I love you. Bye. I'm not flying. I'm driving. Bye. I love you. Bye-bye. Bye. We don't know for sure yet. I don't know what timing is for the Graham Fox Codex house. As far as the things and the stuff for the being ready and stuff. Yeah. So I will see you all Sunday. But until then, bye. Love you. Bye. Bye. I love you. Bye. Bye.